Hello, man. I'm coming to you guys here from my car, and I just have a few words that I'd like to give to you guys. Right now, you guys are being faced with the ultimate shit test. If your relationships have been in the dumps, you probably haven't been passing the shit tests, and now you've got the ultimate shit test. And our women, our girlfriends, our family are looking to us to handle this, to see what we're going to do. We need to stay strong. We need to stay resilient. And we need to let them know that we're going to get them through this. If you're struggling in those areas, I highly recommend that you pick up the book off of Amazon called 31 Days to Masculinity by Hunter Drew. Just simply go on Amazon and look up 31 Days to Masculinity by Hunter Drew, or just type in Hunter Drew and you will find his book. It will help you get through these type of times. It will help you become the man that you were destined to be. I just received word that the state within which I live is going to be put on a lockdown for the next 48 hours. I find it ironic that the state that I live in, along with New York and California, also happen to have socialism for governors. I mean, Democratic governors. But they're synonymous with one another. That's a different video for a different day. What I want to talk to you guys about is having the resolve and having the courage to make the hard decisions that you guys are going to have to start making. Remember this: if you have a choice between a hard decision and an easy decision, I can guarantee you the hard decision is going to be the correct decision. No good comes from an easy decision. There's some difficult decisions to be made. I watched on Friday one of our employees get fired. I watched two of our employees get laid off today. Now I feel blessed that I'm in an industry where the law doesn't necessarily apply to me because I'm considered a vital part of keeping the economy going and the things that are going to be needed to help hopefully progress us out of this, provided we do get out of this. I have some different thoughts about whether we will or won't, but I'll share those at a later date. We have to take courage, men. Now is our ultimate shit test. What are you going to do? What do you have planned? Have you set things in motion? Have you come up with a second and a third and a fourth game plan? I may lose my job, but I'm not worried about that because I have a game plan. I know what I'm going to do next. I know I'm going to use my time in a different way. It may or may not bring money to my table, but at the same time, it gives me encouragement to focus on some of the things that I haven't been able to focus on because I spend about 14 hours of my day dedicated to just work. Also, I'm encouraged by this because I see tons and tons of families out. I saw a meme the other day, and it showed the top part of the meme said families from the past, and it showed the families all sitting in the living room on their iPads and their smartphones and whatever else. And then it said families today, and it showed them out walking in a park, exercising. Men, if you don't have a job right now because of all this, exercise. Push-ups don't require any money. You don't have to go to the gym for that. Sit-ups don't require any money. I am sure that you have things around your house that are heavy that you can pick up and put down. That will strengthen your body and it will strengthen your mind. It is our duty to become harder to kill every single day. What are you doing to make yourself harder to kill? What are you doing to let your family know that you're going to get them through this? Or your girlfriend? I feel bad for the single parents out there that have no one to lean on. They have no idea what's going to happen next. If you're in a situation where you're a single parent, I hope you can reach out to whomever and get some help or some encouragement. Man, if you're divorced and you and your ex-wife have not settled things amicably, do not hold the kids against each other. Now is your time to say, hey, I want to be a part of their lives. I want to help them through this. They need to see that I'm capable of showing them how to get through situations like this. We as a society have become entirely too soft and entirely too dependent upon our government and entirely too dependent upon instant gratification. We don't want to work for anything anymore. We don't want to have to put in the effort. But you only have yourself to blame for the goals you never reached, for the work you didn't do. I think this is going to be a good thing. It's going to unify families. I'm already starting to see it. Parents are staying at home. They're exercising. They're getting out and about. They're spending time with another. This is something that's not been done in ages. And once this blows over, I hope that they go back to their bosses and they say, you know what? I'm not going to work as hard for you unless you give me more time off. Or I'm going to put in the same amount of work for you, but I also require more time off at the same pay or more than what I'm already getting. I feel that this is definitely the end of the feminist rule, which had nothing to do with bra burning and civil rights to vote. It did, but at the same time, it was an alternate motive. I know those may be some extreme things to say, but you look around you and what it has done to us as a society, especially as men as a whole, now is our time to shine. Now is our time to finally come out of the woodwork and show the world who we are. If you notice, all the jobs that are still in place are jobs that mainly men do. That is a great opportunity. If you're at home with no idea what to do, pick up a book, start writing, start exercising, start spending time with your family, start figuring things out. You've got the time on your hands. Sitting in self-pity and stress is doing you no good. Yes, these are stressful times. I may not have a job by next week. Who knows? Okay? But I've been doing the work in myself and preparing for that. I've been visualizing it. Negative visualizations. It's something you need to do. You need to play out the worst case scenarios. What happens if you wake up and you come home and your wife or girlfriend or children are no longer there because they are deceased? Have you mentally prepared your mind for something as tragic as that? It's not an easy thing to do, but the things that are bestowed upon us are never easy. I hope that when we get through this, we become stronger. Just look at what's happening with, for instance, the Second Amendment rights. We've been under so many constrictions that it's almost impossible nowadays in a lot of states to even own or purchase a gun, and yet The gun stores are completely empty. There are no more guns. There are no more ammo. That is encouraging, because we are basically sending a big FU to the powers that be that are wanting to constrict, ban, or get rid of our Second Amendment rights. And it may not seem like it now, but watch for the underlying distractions. Lots of things are trying to distract us from what the alternate motives are behind a lot of political powers these days. But what happens when there's enough of us, as in the case now, especially because I know that the National Guard have been called into our states. I've also read that in San Francisco and other cities within California and New York, that they have been instructing their police to no longer make arrests for lots of various things. That is going to cause mass mayhem, or will it? Because if the criminals know that the house that they were probably going to rob, or whatever the case may be, this person now may potentially own a gun, that will decrease crime. In fact, it's already starting to happen. I read another article where crime rates actually have started going down within my own state that I live. So be encouraged, man. Now's your time to shine. Now's your time to come forth and stand up and stand tall and stand proud. Handle your shit. Get it put together. And like I said, you need to hit up that book, 31 Days to Masculinity. There's a lot of other books I can refer, but that's the first one off the top of my head. It's by Hunter Drew. Alrighty, man. That's about all I have to say for right now on my way driving. And I hope that this video brings you some light. I hope that you are encouraged by it. These are dark times, but now is your time to shine.